Aye, the captain went outside some few bells ago, and looking quite unwell, I am sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gosetsu, who straightway struck after him. I hope they will be all right. Gosetsu too? It seems everyone is bent on joining the search. That's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire is plotting. You go on ahead, Yurei. Alpha no, and I shall hold the fort.
Ah! By the Kami! Your Lord Ian! Leave me! Leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
There you are.
Lady Yugiri, Lord Gosetsu, forgive me my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
I was her master when she was yet a courtesan.
By the Kami.
She worked in my establishment. Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me. Yeah, she may be no maiden, he said, but she has some use left in her. He sold her short. When I first beheld her, I was struck by her beauty. And yet, behind her eyes there was an emptiness. It was as if she had given up on life. She seemed more a doll than a woman. It was no profession for her, but I knew she would be popular, and so it proved. Men flocked to drown themselves in that cold, bottomless gaze. The rest you know. She became an imperial informant, and for her loyal service won the office of acting viceroy.
While you came to serve the Liberation Front.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were driven by vengeance. If so, I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became. Joining the front was meant to be my atonement. But the truth is, I am a coward, whose only thought was to escape her wrath, then as now.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post. I trust you have no objections, Yugiri?
None. It would not do to leave Yotsuyu in his care.
I am in your debt.
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu? Idle musings. Pray, pay me no mind.
I know, she's so pretty. Forgive me, now is not the time for brooding. Come, let us rejoin the others. I'm taking a break because I just watched a show with my boyfriend and there was really scary stuff in the show, and I'm trying to get my mind off of it a little bit because, oh my god, it was too much. I thank you for your help in the search. Gosetsu has told me all that transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it is not my place to judge. I will only say this: the Jifuya I know has ever been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror. Even now, Yotsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. What are you doing in Final Fantasy XIV? While you were out searching for Chifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over... Oh, I need to turn that off. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu or a prelude to an invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Yurei, can I count on you? Just doing some quests? Yes, my lord. Alice and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and, should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well, we shall depart at once. Do take care. Bye, twins. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Yurei and Yugiri. Well, well, guard duty, and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fluminus, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. I'm too lazy. I'll spend all the gil I need to not have to walk and swim underwater. Those Garlean guys are pretty nice. Garlean? Garlean? The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. He looks so cool. I love his outfit. What is it doing?
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
That hair on his face.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
It just doesn't
I would
work for
afford
his
an
face
emissary
shape.
of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
He looks like a member of the Beatles.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
What the fuck is a plenipotentiary?
He's
Stormblood
heir
is
to the
going
Nairi
wonderfully.
clan,
How are you,
and
big stupid
Yotsu's
bear?
stepbrother.
Oh, he's related to her?
It seems
Or
I need
him?
not introduce myself.
I
Not in
like
the
completely
presence of
skipped
the
a ton of
famed
story.
Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide.
Did he just say
my
shinobi?
lady.
I hate him. Hate.
It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister.
Okay, she is a girl.
Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it.
I love his face. I hate his
I am
face.
of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy.
I love the waving polar bear
Happily for
emotes.
us, our master
He looks
acknowledges
like
the
a
need
beetle,
for
and he
change.
also says shinobi.
Indeed, his radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice.
Also, they like got some very interesting
To
voice
negotiate
actors
peace with
for
Dawn.
like the supposed cultures that these people are part of. Cause like, why
Well,
do they sound so
we have much to
English?
discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Like, it's not like they even try
Gladly, my lord.
to sound. Well, their names are like Japanese, so Asahi. Hien's name is more. Well, Hien's name could be Japanese. It does fit the naming scheme. Yugiri's name is Japanese. Maxima doesn't make sense, but we shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Zuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Yeah, he looks it, and he's also Ellison, right? Ellison is how you say their name. My character's name is Japanese, even though I'm culturally and ethnically Korean. Not culturally, I guess. Culturally Asian American. Ethnically Korean. Okay, chat, how much do you want to bet that I don't get a shake tonight because McDonald's says that their ice cream machine is down. To the DoorDasher who's picking it up. Whee. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. Mine don't forget, but it's always like every time we go to McDonald's here, they are just like, the ice cream machine is down, even though there's no way that I am always there on time for that to be a problem. Do I go under? Because that's like what it seems like. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? New area? Oh, this map's confusing because I'm looking at the wrong one. See, like, I love this. I love this design. And then the characters don't make sense. I did finish base. Finish. But. This is, post Stormwood. But I do know that this is, like, a lot shorter than the other post quests. At least quest lines. There you are, Yurei. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I am quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an Aether right now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally, one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alisair will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kienkam. The guardsmen will see you in. Okie dokie. Tenkonto. Bazja? Bozja? Bazja. Bazja. Bozja. Boza? Baza? Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? I have no idea how to say that word. Ah. Yeah, I'm really lazy when it comes to walking. Cutscene? Voiced cutscene? Yes, no? Oh my god, I love the Beastmen. They look so cool.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Doma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
I feel like he's shady. Is he shady?
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
Shady.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
Shady. Is he
Since
Doman?
the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory.
I guess that makes sense.
While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
That face. He's like smolder.
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be
Oof.
suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
Garlean.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony.
Oh, his
Yet we
face shape suddenly
continue
makes
to
sense,
repeat
though.
our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history.
My face is also very round. But his hair is not,
My
it's not
comrades
an
and I would
excuse.
change all that. We, populares, have campaigned long
Like,
and hard
why
for
did
a
they make
shift
it cut off
in
right
imperial
there?
policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of
Garlemald.
pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates.
What?
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe.
Oh, my food is
And
here.
I
Let's
swear
see. Let's
to do
see. How
all
much
in
you want to
my
bet?
power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games.
Shady.
I desire only to work to our mutual benefit.
Okay, let's see. I 100% don't think it's in here.
Tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by by peaceable means, thereby
Wow,
strengthening
I
my
was totally
party's
right.
hand.
I guess who needs a refund?
'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Sorry, I know it's silent now, but I need to make sure that I am not. Yep, I am all backed into a corner. Okay, there we go.
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care.
Retinue.
See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Is this another cutscene? Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy. She is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear that what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Yurei. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. I kind of like her. She's very feisty. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We are safe enough for now. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Yurei. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit it's not me. So we're left with the eternal question. What to do while they prattle on? Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words, and it's not as if we'll be missed here, or will we? A moment, if you would. Ah, Yuri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Yurei. Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue. As we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see that the land to see the land I once called home. The Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort. The excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yangsha. Might we start at the town of Monsen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Tappy tap. I love how I just tap my chest. Give me one moment. Okay. Time to teleport because I'm lazy. Pardon me. Isn't the fox, like, fate or whatever over here somewhere? Nay, can this truly be Monsen, home to the cream of Doma samurai? I had heard that Yotsuyu intended to send a few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are firmly at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Wouldn't that make Yotsuyu from Doma also? It is a travesty, a travesty. I remembered the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Spectacle? Spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Wait, how are these related? So this is a Magatsu Kyofusa, right? And this itself is a Magatsu. Ready to cast off? I feel like this is going to be a trap.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
The turtle people? Oh my god, is he a samurai?
Hi.
I thought he said hi. Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you look too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Alright, whatever.
It is nothing.
Good point. But these are like the Ninja Turtles.
Leave this to me.
Oops.
The art of my forebears.
The lack of battle music is disturbing. I thought I turned the music back up, but I don't know why it's not playing. I did turn it up. It's just not very loud. I think it's because it just gets so loud in my ears. Yeah, it's just really, really quiet.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Oh, I like him.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
She's not buying it.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
I don't like that smile. That was very,
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all.
Whoops, I shouldn't have said
During
that.
your
I didn't
time in
agree with that at all.
Ishgard.
Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that, at least few who live to tell the tale. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Namai, who seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives? To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. But do I have to ride the boat? These things freak me out. Look at it. Doman Empire. We're all British, even though it doesn't make any sense. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave to use passage. Does he just always say that? Simple NPCs. Skiff. Enclave skiff. It doesn't really look like much of a skiff, honestly. Pardon me. I don't know if you've gotten further than me or not, but I think it's so weirdly difficult. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may well have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. You are expected, my lady. Shall I show you in? Welcome back, my friend. Yuyiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yangsha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please tell us how it all— Whoa, what? The Red Kojin, here. Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yangsha, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, and don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? Okay, I'm not quite that far then. I'm pretty sure. He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? Then the question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing this game. His game. For now, at least. But I also didn't play yesterday. No, it's because he gave that cheeky smile. When he was like, oh, believe me, blah blah blah. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Kojin. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of Aether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of Aether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunshin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the popularis garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right. one which has weighed heavy on my mind. Strut your stuff, strut. It's hard to really explain what part of Final Fantasy III I'm at since I just got to a pretty interesting plot twist. Ooh, nice. She's eating dongle.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember.
Isn't she supposed to be a bad bitch?
Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I also thought he was going through with a
ask
trade or whatever.
Why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest? Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours.
The word
to
Kami
safeguard.
just means God, by the way, so he literally said it's the will of the god.
Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
And isn't Gosatsu like her
Thank you,
faithful servant?
my lord.
I'm like 90% sure I've seen her, and she's like this crazy,
Now then, I
mean.
believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
They're strutting again. Strut your stuff, strut. Cover girl.
Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you?
No, you're right.
His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that
Foreshadowing.
future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Why are all their smiles so awkward? Grin. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh, I guess it's not as good as it was. She just looks like she's in pain. With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. I will be muting for a moment to eat.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all, if her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Sorry, I was muted to eat. Dango is a mochi snack, and it usually comes in 3 colors. It's kind of chewy. It's usually served like as a street food, or sometimes it's served at festivals. Gosetsu as before, I leave Yotsu to you. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off. Oh, thank God I don't have to do it myself.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Nod. Sketch.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will
I told
be
you he
a
was Sketch. How did I know?
Nowhere left to run, traitor!
Why does he look so much better here?
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
T. God, that's so scary.
Reinforcement? No, just one! Cut him down!
Famous last words. Shooketh. The boy? I don't know if I like the boy.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
That third eye is a little bit creepy.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the Enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
The king of... the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Eorzea Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the crown bloody prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was frightening. Starstruck.
That was Lord Xenos.
God, his face.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Stop talking with your teeth. It vexes me. I also show my teeth.
Go on.
Oh my god.
Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance.
He should start a fan club. They could have t-shirts.
I will cherish this moment. Lock it away within my heart.
You could have died.
Until the day we meet again.
Shinobi. Dolby. Shinobi. Ooh, spooky, scary skeletons. Really?
You look troubled, my friend.
I need to step out
Was
for
it
just a
something
moment.
he
I'll be
said?
right back.
Of all the memories to witness,
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
I have returned. I'm sorry that they are actually continuing without voice, but I hope that you have enjoyed so far. Back to Kugane. I love how one of the most hated characters in the game is named after a Japanese beer. And also a very popular import. Although that may just be Texas. Aw, she's married to Cloud. Or she's the daughter of Cloud. My, it seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Oh, I know her voice. Yes, of course! We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. Money, 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 money. Ahem, about that, I wish to apologize, Tataru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If Soroban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Yurei should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Why do I do that? Forgive me, Yude. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value or knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. He looks less weird here. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Yeah, except that you told your dirty little secret. Dongo! Those little things, the pink and white and green things that were in the corner, those are Dongo. What she's eating now. They're very popular in anime.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes, we were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
Didn't she have a lot of trauma? Is he forcing her to, like, see that trauma again?
It's so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Wow, she's really gonna be messed up by this, I think. Meanwhile, I'm a scientist. Look at my glasses.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Oh, he's a medicus.
Fine, now leave me.
I sound angry, Batman. They show the feet first. It's Sephiroth's twin brother. Ah, Yude, impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, the Popularis have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yangsha. It would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. He doesn't die even when he dies? Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Yotsu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straightaways for the Enclave, then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Wave. Awkwardly wave goodbye. Okay, since I'm here. It's on this side. Hee hee. He said that I could continue ahead without him because he is not planning on doing this anytime soon. Oh, they don't have Dongo in. He does not plan on returning for a while, so I am just allowed to continue for now. I know. He's just not very interested right now. He's burnt out. Sorry, I was checking to see how far I have left. 1921 left. Look how cute it is! Oh my goodness! Tropical Skittles is a fun name. But is this better then? No, it's not better. Oh, here. I enjoy aesthetic and all of the different armors. I just need Monk, Paladin, and then I need to finish out some of the higher ones, which is why I'm playing as Sage right now. Even though I'm technically a white mage initially. What was that? Huh, okay, anyway. I am but a sprout. I don't know why I have to do it this way. I guess technically I don't. Oh, what did I waste my time for? Oh, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. I don't like how he says that. Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it is high time we receive some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Yure, Alice, shall we? My character's name means the spirit of the rotting tree.
Open wide now.
Aw, that's kind of sweet.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
Why does she seem so enchanted by that?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
A persimmon. Oh no.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Whoa.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
Alice, what the fuck?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
Really? This is so awkward.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man. Is something wrong, Suyu?
She's remembering
It's nothing.
things.
I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events! I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you couldn't make it up, although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. He has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains. He will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yugiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince, so what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami. A child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Suyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she is good as fasten the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Suyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Suyu. Shall we wait here then? Lord Hien should not be long. My friends, have you seen Suyu? She is nowhere to be found. What? But the Guardians will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yuyiri is scouting the streets as we speak, but it is possible Suyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers, whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new-fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No, no. I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Twould seem that Suyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come of this. Oh crap, I didn't read that. The responsibility for her disappearance for all of this lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hian. Now as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Suyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alphino, if you would take the road to Castrum Luminous. Yurei, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? On one of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. I'm assuming there's multiple Kami then. Unusually pale skin. Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction for the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, if there's anything you care to know, you need only, a pale-skinned woman? I've seen no such traveler, I'm sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. You see no sign of Yotsuyu to the north. Perhaps she is somewhere further off to the northeast. Still no sign of Yotsuyu. Perhaps she is yet further to the northeast. Yotsu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking wide-brimmed hat. A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsu was wearing when he found her in Sakazuki. Yude, before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught. Save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alice has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Towards Namai, but the kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yugiri and I will check the patties. The village square is yours.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies, my lord! She would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
Canker?
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
was supposed to forgive you!
Here, there's no need to cry.
Aww.
Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her?
Azami's
She's not
so
the same.
cute. Oh my gosh. That's so sweet.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Oh, Azami's so cute. That was so sweet. She was so forgiving. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed, and judging by Suyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. Ha, and they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Pluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alice should still be there, conducting their search. It seems our imperial guests have already arrived. It's time to meet the ambassador. I hate that face.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Me too.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Ugh.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Ew, he's disgusting. Oh no, not the persimmon.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
I hope he dies in a fire.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
He's so gross. Ugh. I would slap the ever-living hell out of him.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
Ew.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Me too, Alphino. Gross. Oh man, I'm so angry. Ugh, I would punch him in his stupid face. I know better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Suyu's future to rest. I have sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Setsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. Angry, 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 angry. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, Miss Light. We can discuss it upon our return. I'm angry. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Suyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me.
By the way, you don't peel persimmons, you just bite them.
She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
They're actually so much better that way.
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
Gosetsu, go beat him.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Ass. Asahi.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Time to find out if she was just traumatized or not.
Help!
Are those her parents?
Help!
Oh my god.
I hadn't remembered. He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Wow. Oh my god, this is so tragic.
Who's there?
Get him.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
Ew.
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery. You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure.
God, they all suck.
We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Oh god, she's a Karen.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament.
Ugh. Don't touch her.
You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price
Ew,
with the right
what
buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugani and start a new business.
Kick his butt. Get him.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask.
Okay, but it is justice. Like, they did some terrible crap.
Was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies. And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu! What?
Gross.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Please. I don't want to die.
God, I would just leave him there. Good. Sorry, I just don't. I don't forgive that.
Any sign of her? What happened here? I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We have recovered the Naiuris remains and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never set foot again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Okay, I am going to speed through some of the rest of this, because I am tired of reading, and I'm so sorry, but my throat hurts so bad. Plus, I am eager to start Shadowbringers. Oh, I still haven't gotten everything I need to fly here. Oh my goodness. Fine. Cool. I am a healer. Oh, you mean like another one? Yeah, that would definitely help. It's just taking so long. Oh. 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 Get ready for some music. She looks freaking cool.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Your end is near.
Oh my god. Okay, let's try this.
Beg them. Your death will be all the sweeter.
Whoa. Oh, this is sad. This is such a sad boss battle. Oh, I died. I keep dying. I'm really bad.
Night's chill, shine petals pale.
Like, the other healer is amazing.
With night, I shall prevail. Your end is near. Black tendrils trail.
I'm trying so hard to keep track of everyone being alive, and I keep dying.
Not yet. I'll grind you under my heel.
I don't think I was ready for this one at all. Oh man, I wasn't fast enough. I also have no idea what the best mechanics are for this. Oh, this is so sad. Her hair is different? Oh, they're all gone. That was so fast. They just, boop, gone. They gave me commendations for dying. Over and over and over again. I did my best. Her hair is white. No. He's disgusting. Oh my god, stop him. Why am I just standing
You
there?
really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
Oh my god, why don't I stop him? Please do something. My eyelashes just clipped through my cheeks.
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Ha! You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This Dorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust.
Don't let him do that. Stop him. What the heck?
Worthless whore!
Oh, dang. Good.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
I am actually really sad for her right now. Oh my god.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you. What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead. He will mourn to you, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
No, I don't want to cry. No. Oh man, that's like the thing that's hit me the hardest in my whole playthrough of this game. Oh, shut up. Can he just die already?
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent.
Blech.
I will not fail you, my lord.
He is so disgusting.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Just die already, Jesus Christ. Finally.
You have prevailed, I see.
Oh. No.
She is gone.
No.
Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Oh no. No.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
I'm upset. Ew.
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
I'm upset.
I have heard tell of this power you wield, and in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
But how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield.
This cutscene goes on
But in the
forever.
meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
He's so tall. Ellisons are so tall. I'm upset. What am I doing? Bye, Groot. Oh, God. I'm so tired. Okay, I guess not. Okay, because it is almost 3 a.m. I am so tired. So tired. And tomorrow I have work in the evening, so it is very important that I get some sleep at some point. But for those of you who are still here, thank you so much for hanging out and, watching the stream. I hope that you had a great time. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely plan on streaming more. I just have been so very busy and I have a midterm coming up. And I really want to make sure that I do well on my midterm, because if I don't, I'm going to feel really bad for not studying, because that's my own fault. So I'm going to make sure I study for the next couple of days in the daytime, and if I have time at night, I will stream. If not, I will see you guys probably on Wednesday for a birthday stream. But we'll see. I hope that you guys had fun. You got to watch me flub my healing. I am not much of a sage, but hopefully next time you come in, whatever I'm doing it a lot better than I did that. Alright, I am seeing if there is a streamer that is around the same area that I'm on. There's one that is ahead of me. I will. I did enjoy what I have seen. I did get a little teary-eyed. I'm really upset that that happened. Where am I gonna send you guys? Savage Race, blah blah blah. P5. Couple of clubs are open. It doesn't look like anyone is streaming this game. It looks like someone is finishing up their play of Final Fantasy II, so I think that's where I'm going to send you. And I hope that you guys have a great time. Alright, get ready. Bye.